Hello, dear Patreons and channel members, and welcome to my bedroom. Today I am going to share with you a little something that I am working on with a few items that I found at antique stores in Prague. The other day I visited Juju Time, who lives in Prague in the Czech Republic, and we got to visit like 3 different antique stores, and I got a few items. So I had been looking for keys for a long time, and I am going to perform a few rituals with them. I am going to gift them to my pombagiras, but for that purpose I am going to wait for the next new moon. Right now we are having a waning moon, like when it is decreasing in size, so I'm not gonna use the keys for ritualistic purposes right now. I am going to wait for the new moon, and then I get back here to the video with the next steps. But something that I am very excited about and that I am going to use today are these old playing cards. I got them for a very good deal. It was like €10 for the 3 decks. They are very worn down by time. I love it. One of these decks I am going to gift to my Zepilintra, which is one of my spiritual guides in my spiritual team. And the other 2, I am going to organize the cards to use them as Lenormand divination cards. So we're gonna go to the table to do that. So at the end, I have realized that 2 cards are missing in this deck, in the BP Grimaud. 2 cards are missing, the 8 and the 6 of diamonds. So what I decided to do was that, if you take a regular playing card deck and you turn it into a Lenormand, you will realize that some cards will be left. You will not need all of them. So what I decided to do was to take the 3 and the 5 of diamonds, which were in the bunch that I'm not gonna need, and I am going to use a Sharpie to turn them into the cards that I am needing. So the 3 will become an 8, like so. There we go. And the 5 will become a 6. Like this. But that's not all. I am also going to add a few extra diamonds here. So this is supposed to be 8. Oh my God. There we go. Doesn't look perfect, but it will do. It will do. So we have the 8 of diamonds and the 6 of diamonds. Doesn't look great, but that's what we have for today. So 1 deck is complete. Well, it doesn't surprise me that in fact some cards were missing, because this box, it doesn't have a lid, it doesn't have a way of stopping the cards. So even when I took them from the store and everything, they kept falling off all the time, so I'm not surprised that some cards are missing. Now I'm gonna do the other deck of cards, and I'll be right back. So here we are. The second deck, I didn't have any problems. All the cards were present. And then again, I'm not surprised, because this box, on the other hand, it closes up, so I didn't have any cards like falling off or anything. And yeah, well, so after taking a look at all my tarot decks, I decided that I am going to pair these with two of my decks. I have here the Modern Witch Tarot, which I'm gonna pair with this little deck here for Lenormand purposes. That's gonna get really bulky. I hope it will fit in the bag. Yes, it did. There we go. And the other one, the super old looking, I am going to pair it with the Tattoo Tarot. I love this card, look at it. So the Tattoo Tarot is one of the cards that is very frequently over here on the weekly readings. I think they are going to go great together, aesthetically speaking. So here we go. Yeah, that's it. Very well. So now I am going to start using them for the readings over here on Patreon and for the channel members. And this way I am going to like get used to not relying on illustrations. I really want to memorize the association of the Lenormand with regular playing cards, and using regular playing cards for that purpose is going to help me with that. Okay, now that we are done with the cards, I am going to wait for the new moon, as I have mentioned, and we are going to tackle the keys. We are going to prepare them for like being offered to my pombagiras. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain much. You are going to see it in the next part of the video. Let's go. I've got some candlelight going on here because I want to share something that I'm pretty excited about. Today I was out in Paris meeting a friend, and I got to see some antique shops, and I found some items that I have been looking for and others that I haven't, but anyway. Oh, the camera is shaking a little bit. Please bear with me. I'm gonna start with, yes, yet another key. Hear me out, okay? So in Prague, I got two keys. They are actually over here on that tiny bowl in salt cleansing, like I have just explained in the previous footage. But I wanted a third key. So like I could give two keys to my pombagiras, keep one with me, so they would have two keys, I would have one, and we could have this kind of partnership thing going on between the three of us. But in Prague, I wasn't able to get three keys. So today, after I met this friend, like all the antique shops we tried to look up at Châtelet area, they were closed, or we couldn't find them, they were not there anymore, or whatever. So after my friend left, I decided to look on the map, like Google Maps, and see if I could find another antique shop elsewhere in another part of the city. And I was led to this antique shop called, what is it called? L'objet qui parle, like the object that talks. And I went over there. It looked very interesting and everything. I don't have any footage, unfortunately, but the store was like just a tiny square with a lot of china plates, very beautiful, illustrated, a lot of cutlery also. And I walked in there, I looked around, couldn't find what I was looking for, which was a metal plate. I asked the dude about it. He said he didn't have metal plates, but then I saw two little trays at the door full of keys. He had several different sizes, even like very large ones, but I thought a small one will be more like up my alley. And this one, it matches perfectly the other two. It is the same kind of shape, so it's gonna be like something like a little set, you know? And then I chose this one after a lot of looking around into the trays. I chose this one. I walked up to him and asked how much it was. He said 12 euro. And I asked him, do you accept card? And he said, no, I don't take card. And I was like, damn, that's a pity. It's okay. Well, what a pity. What a shame. Well, I was going to leave. And then he said, I'll give it to you. You can keep it. And I was like, oh, c'est très gentil. Merci.
It's really kind of you, thank you. So I got this one for free. I think destiny points out the paths, right? Because if the other antique shops we looked for with my friend and all, if they would have been open, I don't think I would have found this key and much less would have been gifted this key. So I am going to wash it because it is really dusty, and this one looks older than the other two that I have. So I'm gonna wash it and put it in the salt as well. But then I walked a little bit around Montmartre because this little antique shop with the key thing, it was nearby Montmartre, and I was ready to come back home and all when I realized that there was a little Emmaüs shop open. Emmaüs is like this place where like if you have something you don't want anymore, you can donate it to Emmaüs. I'm not sure if it's by donation or if you sell it to them, but anyway, it's like second-hand kind of thing, and it is very cheap, very affordable. So I noticed that at Montmartre there was one open, and it's interesting because originally my friend wanted us to go to one Emmaüs in another part of the city, but that one was closed. So it is interesting how everything kind of seemed aligned and like seemed like I was supposed to go alone. But anyway, I noticed this Emmaüs shop open at Montmartre and I stepped in, and I'm gonna show you what I got. I will start with the plate because I really wanted a metal plate to build a spell casting area, and this is what I got. Yeah, it's scratched, it's been used of course, but it doesn't bother me. I think this is a beautiful plate, and it was 20 bucks, 20 euro. It is kind of heavy, so it is, I see quality in it, and I'm very satisfied. I am going to wash it and cleanse it with like, I'm gonna put some salt water in here, and then it's gonna go right there. You can't really see from here. I'm gonna show it another time, but I've made some space there. My spell casting area will be over there. And this plate is going to fit perfectly. It is going to be perfect. Also because I have a little, that little bowl that I got at Prague, it is like silver, so it is going to match very well with this. But then I saw something that I was not looking for, and I'm not sure if I needed, but this item caught my attention, and I was like, look at that, which is this, what is it called, picture kind of thing. It looks so interesting, it looks so cool, so nice. Yes, it is scratched, but I don't care, and it has this little lid. So I'm thinking about putting water in it and keeping it here in my bedroom for me to remember to drink more water throughout the day. Yeah, it was 10 bucks and I am like mesmerized by it. It is such an interesting item. I am really satisfied, even though it's like scratched and it is used and it is old. I don't care. I love it. I'm gonna put this in the dishwasher, have it all cleaned up, and it's gonna be ready to put, like, to have some, to hold some water for me. Next up, like last but not least, I wanted some little bowls to put water in because I paint with watercolors, and I didn't want to just use like glasses, you know, the glasses that I drink water from to paint. Not that there is a problem with that, there isn't, but I wanted to have something separated and exclusive for my watercolors. So I got these two little black bowls for €1 each, and I am very satisfied with it. Now I'm gonna proceed to cleansing and like cleaning and cleansing physically and energetically these items that I got, and I will place the plate on the spellcasting area as soon as it is done. And also the key, I'm gonna put it in the salt tray if there's space for it. If not, I'm gonna put it in some other tray kind of thing. But yeah, all of a sudden I have like an antique haul for you to look at. So yeah, see you in a bit. So the new moon is here. It is July 5th, 2024, and I am right in front of my brand new all set spellcasting area. I'm gonna show you how it turned out to be with the not really silver, but the metal plate that I got thrifted the other day and everything else. The keys are here waiting to be blessed, I would say, charged for the purposes that I have in mind. So I will be doing two things basically. I will do a ritual with the keys, the 3 keys that I have here, and also I am going to do a little something with this bandana that I intend for using when I am reading the cards, reading the shells, whenever I am going to do divination or spell work. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna do another bandana for that and leave this one for divination and the other one for other purposes. But I am going to enjoy this new moon energy to do my thing with the keys. I'm not gonna show everything, obviously, because it is still something personal, and also the bandana. I will try to show a little bit, but I will not show everything because it's still personal. But let me show you how my spell casting area is looking like and what I will be using. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I will use for today's ritual. For the keys, I have here a white candle. Inside this little thingy, I have a charcoal disc, and I am going to burn some bay leaf that I have right here. I also have cinnamon and birdseed. Birdseed is a very common ingredient in Brazilian folk magic, both for getting rid of somebody, but also for prosperity purposes, because these seeds here, they grow like crazy. They grow super fast and very like lush. It's a lot, really. So today, these things here, they will be used for prosperity and like open roads purposes kind of thing. I will be using my road opener oil. Not sure if I have shared this recipe over here on Patreon. And I will also be using bergamot essential oil to dress the candle and rosemary essential oil. For the bandana, tomorrow I am going to craft a like psychic kind of thing oil, and I'm not gonna share that recipe. I want to test it out first, and then like today I am going to like smoke this bandana, and after the oil is done, I will apply some on it. I have bought some grapeseed oil that I am going to use for the base of my magical oils from now on. I have been using sunflower since ages, since forever, but I feel that sunflower oil doesn't really hold well over time, so I am going to give it a try with grapeseed oil. I have heard that it doesn't turn rancid, so that's exactly what I'm looking for. And yeah, other than that, I am all set and I am going to start. Let's go. So this is what my spellcasting area is looking like. I have here some thingies for tarot cards, and here is the plate, the keys that I will be using. Over there I have my cauldron, the little pot that I will try to use with charcoal discs, the bell, incense burner, pestle and mortar. I am really all set here and I am loving this setup. For like proper spell casting, I usually turn off artificial lighting because, as I've learned it, the spiritual does not enjoy electricity, so I will turn those things off and be here by candlelight for a little while. Let's do it.